Have you ever tried to change your life, but ended up going back to the same old habits? You promised to study harder, eat healthier, or wake up early, and for a few days, it works. Then, you fall back. Why does that happen? Let me tell you a story. A story about a boy named Aman. Aman was tired of failing. Every January, he made the same New Year resolution. This year, I'll change. He downloaded fitness apps, bought a new notebook, even made a vision board. But after 2 weeks, he was back to square one. Late mornings, skipped workouts, incomplete goals. One night, he looked in the mirror and whispered, "Why can't I change? What's wrong with me?" He didn't know it then, but his real problem wasn't his goals. It was his identity. The next morning, he met his grandfather, who was sipping tea on the terrace. Aman looked sad. His grandfather smiled and said, "Still fighting with your habits?" Aman nodded. "Dadu, I try to wake up early. I try to exercise. I try to study, but I always fail." His grandfather chuckled softly. "Beta, stop trying to change your results. Start changing who you believe you are." Aman looked confused. "What do you mean?" The old man took a sip of tea and said, "Let me tell you something. 2 people are offered a cigarette. The first one says, 'No thanks, I'm trying to quit.' The second says, 'No thanks, I don't smoke.' Both refused. But there's a difference. The first one still believes he's a smoker trying to quit. The second believes he's not a smoker anymore. See the difference?" Aman's eyes widened. His grandfather smiled. "Change your identity first, and your habits will follow." That night, Aman stood in front of the same mirror again. He didn't say, "I want to be fit." He said, "I am the kind of person who doesn't miss a workout." He didn't say, "I want to study more." He said, "I am the kind of person who learns something new every day." He didn't say, "I want to wake up early." He said, "I am the kind of person who values his morning." At first, nothing changed. But then, small things started happening. He woke up 5 minutes earlier. Then 10. He went for short morning walks. He didn't force himself to be perfect. He just started acting like the kind of person he wanted to become. One identity, one tiny action at a time. Weeks passed. One day, his friend asked, "Bro, how are you so consistent now? You used to be so lazy." Aman smiled and said, "I stopped chasing goals. I started living like the person I wanted to be." He realized something powerful. Every action you take is a vote for the kind of person you want to become. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep voting for the right identity. Months later, Aman looked back at his old self, the one who gave up too easily, the one who said, "Maybe tomorrow." He smiled and whispered, "I'm not that person anymore." He didn't need motivation. He had belief, and belief was stronger than any habit. Moral of the story: if you want to change your life, stop focusing on what you want to achieve. Start focusing on who you want to become. Don't say, "I want to write." Say, "I'm a writer." Don't say, "I want to eat healthy." Say, "I'm a healthy person." Because the more you act like that person, the faster you become that person. Your identity shapes your habits, and your habits shape your destiny.